Todd, we are live now on another episode of Get Virtual. And might I say, you are looking dashing.
Well, I wanted to make sure, I didn't want to be shown up by you, but I was. Without a doubt, you're looking stunning. And, why are we looking so dashing and so stunning?
Because, Todd, we are going to see Broadway. Broadway is coming back to Reno for another season. And my goodness, the lineup is incredible. And I cannot wait to hear all about it because that is what this show is all about.
I know we've been doing this show and we went through a pandemic and all that sort of stuff. But now this is really a tangible, amazing thing that everyone's been waiting for coming back. I am so excited about this. Is a bucket list of shows. And I can't wait to bring, and you know what? Let's just bring on.
Yes.
Denise Sewell will come on here and she's going to tell us everything there is to know about Broadway coming back to Reno and how they pulled off this coup to get these shows. Denise,
hello. Thank you both so much for having me here. I'm so thrilled to be able to talk to you about this Broadway series.
Oh, Denise, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Pioneer? As the Pioneer Center for Performing Arts has been an iconic focal point for downtown Reno for a long, long time. And then now you're transitioning to an incredible series. So give us a little history lesson.
Absolutely. So as you probably know, the Pioneer Center is that stunning and slightly quirky gold geodesic dome theater. We are right along the Truckee River, this little cutie right here, in the heart of downtown, where we have been since we opened our doors in 1968. That little darling is a commemorative flask. It's a whiskey flask, believe it or not, that was created in honor of our theater being built. They are little collectibles. I personally own, 7 or 8 of them. Every time I find one, I buy it.
Whiskey in every one.
They're usually empty by the time I find them. It was many years ago that they were filled. But yeah, we are the largest performing arts center in Northern Nevada. We've been presenting live performing arts events in the heart of downtown for 53 years. Wow. In addition to the Broadway series that we're about to talk about, we also host the Reno Philharmonic Orchestra, AVA Ballet Theater, Art Town, and a wide range of things from local dance recitals to school district student performances to international symphony tours. It really runs the gamut, all the kinds of things that happen here at the Pioneer Center.
One thing I always think about when I see the Pioneer Center, and it's interesting because a true city or downtown has a very unique architecture, and when I see it, it always reminds me a little bit of like the Sydney Opera House. I've been there, I've seen it, and it's like as soon as you see it, you know where that's at, right? You're like, oh yeah, that's the Pioneer Center. That's in downtown Reno, right? And sometimes I wonder, people don't realize what a gem that really is in the downtown. It's pretty amazing. And I will say, 1968 is not that long ago. I consider it a very short time ago, because that's when I was born. And obviously they built the Pioneer Center to commemorate my birth, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
A momentous year for so many reasons, not least of which your birthday. Yeah, and to your point, Todd, the building is so unique. That's why it is on the national, state, and city historic register. So there's actually several layers of historic register protection over the building as well, because it is so spectacularly unique and so indicative of that moment in time, right? It is 1968 in physical form. It really is.
I mean, mid-century modern is very popular right now.
Yes, it's very hot right now. Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you. So last year, everybody had an interesting year. Pioneer Center, Event Center, that really is a double whammy of, kind of things. You guys took that year and ran with it in so many ways. So tell us what kind of happened last year, what kind of changes you've gone through, improvements, and how you decided to come out of the pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, a phrase that you hear a lot in entertainment is with the pandemic, we were one of the first industries to close, and we are one of the last to reopen. And the reason is really our sole purpose is bringing large numbers of people together in an enclosed space for an extended period of time. And that's what you can't do in a pandemic. So, you know, March of last year, we were shut down completely, had to cancel all of the shows on the calendar, refund all of the tickets, spend some really thoughtful time with our team trying to guess when the pandemic might end, like the rest of us, and continuing to get that guess wrong as it lasted longer and longer. And it, again, that gave us this opportunity to ask, on the other side of this, what will our community want and need, and how can we meet those needs? What will it mean for a performing arts center to come out of a pandemic to support what we believed was going to be a big demand, that pent up demand, right, for shared experience? We certainly believe in this community, and we believe in the power of the performing arts. And so we knew that this was going to come back, and our decision was to reopen in kind of a small, cautious, careful way, or to take the opportunity, and when we reopened, to go all in, to do the biggest thing we'd ever done and open our arms as wide as possible to invite everyone back. And that's the choice that our team made. Big kudos to my staff and to our board of directors for embracing the kind of wild choice, the sort of bigger, riskier, bolder choice. But gosh, are we glad we did.
Wow, that gives me chills. I don't know, it just gives me chills, right? Because the reality is here we are, right? Over a year later, and to think of just everything that has happened, right? But all the potential and all of more the hope, right, moving forward. Congratulations to you and your team, because you guys are right in the thick of it right now, because you have an extraordinary lineup. Maybe before we get into that, how has Broadway changed now heading into this new year? Because I'm sure that has to be a pivotal moment as well.
Yeah, so you know, in some ways, the Broadway industry as a whole has changed quite a bit, because a lot of artists had to actually leave creative work during the shutdown and go find other ways to make money to survive. And now that the Broadway industry writ large is rebuilding, those folks are coming back and raising their hands again and saying, yes, I'm ready. You know, I want to be part of this again. And so the shows themselves are busy casting and rehearsing and getting everything ready to gear back up. And then theaters like ours are, you know, bringing back staff and arranging these exciting seasons and starting to put things on sale and starting to kind of test the waters with their patrons of, are you ready? Are you ready to sign back up with us? And so here at the Pioneer Center specifically, again, one of the decisions we made before we talk about the shows themselves was we really believe it's time in Reno to expand how long the shows are in town. We've been presenting this Broadway series since 1995. And typically the shows are just here on the weekend. So just Friday through Sunday for 5 performances. But we really believe with the growth in this community and with the hunger for cultural opportunities, that the time was right to expand to a full week. So every show this season is going to be here Tuesday through Sunday for 8 total performances, which is so exciting. It also means that we have access to bigger and newer shows when they go on the road. So becoming what is known as a full week market is a really big, exciting step for us.
Wow.
But we know that the people here in Reno and in extended Northern Nevada communities are ready and they want this. So we're going to just dive right in and present the biggest season we've ever done, and bet on this community to really support that in future years as well.
Wow. I mean, and you hear that and you think, oh, Tuesday, 8 shows, 5 shows to 8 shows. That's like almost double.
Right.
That's huge.
I think especially, you know, because they're during the week, right? A Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night is not when you typically think, let's go see a show. But I think in a community like Reno, where there is such wealth of cultural opportunities, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right. Why not add Broadway to those weeknights as well? And create a date night opportunity where you go grab dinner at Wild River Grill and you come across the street and you see an incredible Broadway show. Why not celebrate on a Tuesday.
Sign me up. Going out on a Tuesday.
I like that.
Absolutely.
And we'll give a quick plug. That was a quick plug for you, Chuck, so you know.
A fabulous friend and partner of the arts. Yep.
Yes.
It is a great spot. I love all the girls. But let's talk a little bit, or maybe a lot, about the lineup. I don't think I've ever seen. I mean, this is literally, you think about, oh, someday I want to go see. You've got five shows that everyone should see in their life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are so thrilled. I will say, together with our Broadway partners, which is Nederlander National Markets, we were able to put together the most dynamite lineup we have ever presented. Our staff, of course, all Broadway lovers, we are equally geeking out about how amazing this lineup is. These are the shows that, to your point, you have to see in your lifetime, plus a show that you don't yet know you need to see, but you need to see. So to your point, when you first said 4, absolutely, the 4 titles you know you need. And that 5th one, I promise you, as soon as you see it, you are not going to believe what an incredible experience that production is.
I mean, you can up your Facebook, those Facebook quizzes you take, like what show you can up your percentage tremendously just by buying a season pass for this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are the banner titles, right? These are the big name shows that really mean a lot to people. It's a mix of classics and family favorites, and really iconic shows, and some of the biggest, newest names on Broadway. And of course, a little something called Hamilton, a little global phenomenon called Hamilton. To be able to bring the Reno premiere of that show, again, our team is over the moon about this opportunity that we have.
Tell us a little bit about what you're most excited to see with each of the shows, right? I think you brought up a great point. All of the shows are moving and there's so many takeaways, right? And so from what with your background, being in the industry, being in the arts, kind of some of those highlights, right? I know Hamilton for me, it was just astonishing and moving on so many different levels, especially with the social movement that we're going through. So to bring that to Reno is phenomenal. Again, obviously with all the entire lineup, but give us those little takeaways, those little tidbits.
Sure. Yeah. So again, this is just from my little personal perspective, but Hamilton is literally genius. It is a genius production from start to finish. Every single person on that stage does something critically important every second through the entire performance. Yes, absolutely. The lead cast members will break your heart, but also the ensemble in the background are doing incredibly meaningful, moving things the entire time. It is a stunning show. And for anyone who's sitting in the balcony, oh my stars, wait until you see the lighting. The way the lighting plays out in concentric rings and different shapes on stage will blow your mind. It is beautiful. Fiddler on the Roof is uplifting and celebratory. It asks important questions about family. It is beautiful. It is a classic for a reason. And if you haven't seen it, oh, now you can, and you will be so astonished by that show. Jesus Christ Superstar. Are you kidding me? The most rockin', powerful, moving, exciting, dynamic show. Gosh, even the little video clip that we shared, the tiny little 2-second video clip, every time I watch that clip, I get the chills again, like, oh, that's going to be so good. Cats is the show that, perhaps you went to as a child and now you're going to bring your own kids to. It is that generational family experience. It reminds me of the Nutcracker in the way that you want to bring the little ones in your life to that first taste of Broadway. Cats is the show. I know my little niece, when she was tiny, just kept asking, when is Cats coming? When is Cats coming? It's a really special generational family show. And then the hit that you don't yet know you need to see, but oh my gosh, is Hadestown. That show is this gritty, jazzy, bluesy, dark telling of the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice going into the underworld and encountering Hades and Persephone. It is so amazing. It is smart. It is just new and edgy. And we get to present that next year in July during Art Town, which is the perfect time to present a show like that. I think the community is going to walk out of the theater just astonished at what they've been able to see.
No,
They were so engaged. We're like,
I know. I'm like,
Broadway. I don't know if you noticed.
Sign me up. So, okay, let's go into that. Now, there's a couple things that obviously this doesn't just happen, right? People got to buy tickets. You got to have sponsors. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So kind of give us the goodies on that. How right now you're selling season passes, I believe. And so, well, I'll let you take it. Tell us what's going on, what people need to know.
Yeah, so you're so right. There is a lot that goes into this behind the scenes to make it possible. Again, I want to give thanks to Nederlander National Markets, our Broadway partner, because they have some leverage in the Broadway industry. And when Reno says we really want to host that show, they have the ability to make that happen for us. And then, yes, sponsorship. Oh my goodness. We have been so fortunate to have First Independent Bank as a sponsor of the Broadway series every year since 2002. They have stood with us and presented this series and really believed in the power of Broadway here in Reno. So much love is owed to First Independent Bank for their support. And then, yes, the community. The reason we're able to do this is because people in Reno show up. They purchase tickets. They come to these events. So back when we only had the performances here Friday through Sunday, so many people attended that we knew we had reached this critical mass and that the community was ready. The way that we can continue to bring shows like Hamilton, like these big name, new, exciting week-long titles, is for people to support us, to buy tickets. Because again, that gives us the power next year to say to these other shows, hey, this will be successful if you agree to come to Reno for a week. Mm-hmm. So the way to get in now is by buying that entire season package. They are available for the first time ever online. We have a really fabulous ticketing system, and you can just go to pioneercenter.com and you can buy season tickets there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your own online. We do strongly recommend that if these shows speak to you, don't wait. Sign up for that season package. We do also have payment plans available. So you can pay as little as 25% right now, and then pay the balance of your season package in installments.
Wow.
Yeah, and a season ticket, so a ticket to each of the 5 shows starts as low as $301. So we have a really affordable price point as well for people to come see all of these shows with us. There's been a tremendous response. We opened up sales for season packages yesterday at 10 a.m. And since then, we have sold almost 6,000 season tickets. We are bowled over by that response, I have to tell you. So our small but mighty team is working so hard, doing the absolute best we can to respond to all of these amazing inquiries for people who are so excited about the series. We're excited too. We really, really want you guys to share this joy with us. It is going to be an incredible season. And yeah, the way to guarantee that you have a seat, especially to Hamilton, is to buy that season package, because then you know you're locked in. You're guaranteed that you're coming. You're not worried about an on sale or waiting in a big queue of hoping that you get through to purchase tickets. If you buy a season package, it's guaranteed you're with us on this amazing journey through all of these different shows.
Can I just say, thank goodness you have your tickets selling at pioneercenter.com. Can you imagine 6,000 different inquiries within a matter of 24 hours?
So to give a little insight, yes, again, our team is small. We're coming out of the pandemic. We have fewer employees than we've ever had to launch the biggest thing we've ever done, right? So as we're working on rebuilding, thank goodness for that beautiful website and its ability to help us and automate some things. But also we do work with a phone center, and yesterday in the first half of the day they had over 10,000 attempted incoming phone calls. They are a phone center. Their entire business is to be a phone center for multiple theaters. That was enough to cause their phones to kind of fritz out and give a busy signal for a while, because the excitement was so big. And And again, to know that, we took this gamble on something big and exciting that we believed in, for the community to meet us with such hunger and such excitement is incredibly heartening. It gives us big shoes to fill, and our team is ready, and we are rising to the occasion to give all of these people a year of just unforgettable performances and live experiences together. And that's what we do best. So my gosh, we can't wait to welcome you guys back in person to real live events here in your hometown theater, right? On stage in your own city, surrounded by your friends and family and neighbors for world-class experiences. We just can't wait.
Love it. Love it.
Sign me up. I'm ready. I'm calling right now. I'm calling right now because I'm locking it in.
I'm getting offline. I'm booking my tickets right away.
Yes, pioneercenter.com.
Yeah. Denise, it was great talking to you. Glad to hear so much about this. Glad you guys are coming out of this thing swinging, and this, you're really giving back to the community. And I think everyone's really excited, and we see that. So, and I'm glad that we had you on the show to talk about this. So thank you so much. One more time, where can people get those tickets?
So get your season tickets at pioneercenter.com. Strongly recommend that you check out the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night packages for the best seat availability. Get yours today. They are going fast.
Awesome.
Excellent. Standing ovation. Bravo, bravo.
Thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
All right, Todd. Oh my goodness, who is excited? Yeah, you've seen quite a few different Broadway performances as well, and to think it's right in our backyard, I can't wait.
I know. I mean, and these are the shows you see in places like London, Hamburg, Germany, San Fran. You're talking major metropolis, Sydney, Australia, right? And they're here. They're here. Now, right? Yeah. And something that is kind of funny before I'll bring up, Denise was talking about this, that yes, these are not the original cast. That doesn't necessarily happen, but this cast, sometimes that backup cast is actually trying harder than the original cast because they want to be original cast someday. So these guys are on point, and amazing shows. Go see them. Buy your tickets now. Pioneer.
Or I'm getting it before you do. All right, okay. We're done. We're wrapping up here. I'm getting on the phone. Thanks for watching Get Virtual. Have a good one, everyone.
See you later.
And you should wear a suit and tie every day.
I should.
I think you're ready for that transition.
Maybe.